I could probably bet that you have a couple bad habits and you're probably making a few mistakes in Fortnite. And to become a better overall player, you need to kick these habits, otherwise it could be detrimental to your gameplay. So I'm going to show you the 10 most common or most important mistakes that you're making that you need to fix. And mistake number 1 is not using exploits to your advantage. And the most important one being the stair phase exploit. And for whatever reason, I don't see many players actually using this exploit, but only really good players or pro players. So let me show you how to do this successfully every time. All you have to do is walk up to your opponent's box and you have to pickaxe it once. Then you're going to place a stair above your head just like this. And then while having your crosshair on your opponent, you want to jump and swing your pickaxe at the same time. And for example, if my opponent's in the corner of this box right here, you're going to want to track your crosshair through your builds. So when you do successfully exploit in, you can instantly switch to your shotgun and your crosshair will already be on your opponent. And if you have a spray weapon, I recommend you use that to get the wall low rather than just your pickaxe, because you can do it from a safe distance to where your opponent can't edit you if you're at the corner of their box. Now, moving right on to mistake number 2 is not using confirm on release, especially if you're on controller. Go into your settings and go to the game tab and scroll down a little and you'll see auto confirm edits. You want to make sure you have this on both. What this does is instead of having to press your edit button, your select button, and then confirming your edit, you can just hit your edit button, select, and then let go. And it automatically confirms your edit. And same thing for resetting. All you have to do is press your edit button and then your reset button and it instantly confirms it. And if you're a subscriber of mine, you probably know that I use a controller scroll wheel just like this. So that's why I only keep mine on edit. Now, a lot of people already know about auto confirm edits, but as we get further into the video, these mistakes become more important. Now, moving on to mistake number 3 is not using today's sponsor, ZLeague. I'm sorry, that was really corny, but I had to. ZLeague is a really cool app for gamers where you can play 20,000 games to earn coins, where you can redeem those coins to get a literal SCUF controller or gaming keyboard. And if you know me, I use a pro controller with paddles on the back, and you can get one like mine just by playing games and earning coins, all for completely free. And you can also make profiles just like mine, and you could use that to find a duo under the LFG tab. And this is where you can find teammates to play with based off their interests, their skill level, or what game they play. And it's super easy to get to know them just by looking at their profile. And it's a really easy process of finding different players where you can just swipe through and invite people to come play with you. And there's also a feed where you can upload and go see other gaming creators' content. And it's really nice because it only has gaming content. It doesn't have any of the other BS that other social media sites have. So guys, go check out ZLeague with the link in the description and get 500 free coins for when you sign up. And I'm going to be active on there throwing up my gaming clips and trying to play with some of you guys. So if you want to play with me, go to my recent post on my profile and comment down below. And I'm going to be picking a few people to play with and come run some 1v1s with me. So make sure you're not making this mistake and missing out on ZLeague. So go sign up today, and while you're there, make sure to drop me a follow. But now let's go ahead and continue on with the video. Now moving into mistake number 4, which is overbuilding and being scared to push players. Now, if you play creative more than you play battle royale or more than you play ranked, you most likely will develop the habit of sitting back and being comfortable with not pushing players. And this can be detrimental because when you're practicing your mechanics, practicing your aiming, your editing, so on and so forth, you don't go into battle royale and treat it as trying to improve. You go in as trying to win. Because let's face it, if you consistently play Fortnite, you're going to improve eventually. One of the best and most effective ways that I improved as a player overall was going into battle royale and pushing every single player that I saw. Set aside some time to try to get some good crown wins or some ranked gameplay going, and then also set aside some time to only push everybody you see in your battle royale lobbies. Now, moving right along to mistake number 5, which is not pulling your build mode out to reset your walls. And the reason why this is so important is because if you have an edit just like this, and you wanted to reset this wall, you have to look all the way over here to catch the reset button so you can actually reset. But if you just pull your builds out and then reset, it's much easier and much faster. And also another really important side note is that you can reset from much further away. As you can see from this distance, I'm not getting the option to edit this build. But if I pull my builds out and I just reset really quickly, I can. And same thing goes for editing here too. And this is also extremely important whenever you're box fighting, because if I take an edit and I go to shoot and I reset with my builds out, I'm instantly holding my wall, which is much faster than having to pull my build mode out after I reset, because then I can instantly hold my wall bind and the other other player can't take my wall. Now, moving right into mistake number 6, which is not practicing your editing speeds. Not practicing your strict editing speed can be super detrimental to your improvement in getting faster with your mechanics overall. So I recommend you use a warm-up map like this, and you come into one of these levels and you only focus on your editing speed. And obviously staying consistent is just as important, and doing these repetitive editing drills will help you so much when it comes to your consistency and your speed. So if you want a good map to do this on, here is the code to my 1v1 edit course right here. And every time I play Fortnite to warm up, I go through level 1 to level 4, and I use the slow mode as well on the harder levels to get that editing speed precise and to help practice my crosshair placement. Now, another huge mistake that I see a lot of players making is using disable pre-edit option. So if you go into your game settings, you'll see disable pre-edit option. If you keep this off, you'll be able to pre-edit any of your builds just like this or any of your structures. And the reason why this was added is because people were accidentally pre-editing some of their structures, and you'd be trying to build around like this and you'd be completely wide open and you get eliminated just by having your structures pre-edited. So Epic decided to add this setting, disable pre-edit option. But when they added this, for whatever reason, it gives you a terrible editing delay, especially if you're on controller. So I recommend you come to your settings and you turn this off, then go into your island and try to build around, and you'll see exactly what type of delay I'm talking about. And for some reason, Epic Games just hasn't fixed this. So if you want faster edits like this, you're gonna have to turn this off. Now, moving on to mistake number 8, which is not placing a stair in your opponent's box while you're trying to take their cone. Nowadays, a lot of players are good enough to where they will simply edit on you if you're trying to take their cone from above, and you can obviously get eliminated or get some serious damage. So instead, you should be doing this. Try to take your opponent's cone, and once you do, pop the cone open and then hold your builds out while pressing on your stair bind. And if your opponent decides to edit on you, your stair will instantly place and you'll be able to get a nice, easy, free shot on them just like this. But you do have to be super careful, because if your opponent does have a cone in their box and they do end up editing on you, you're just gonna have your build out. So make sure they don't have a cone in their box before you try to piece control them like this. And moving right into mistake number 9 is taking bad peeks. And this goes hand in hand with mistake number 2. And a lot of players nowadays are pretty good at the game, and they'll be waiting for pre-fires on bad edits. And me personally, every time I play Fortnite, I always look for somebody trying to make a bad edit on me so I could try to get some free chip damage. And just some few examples of some bad edits could be the Mongrel Classic, making a wall edit without having a right-hand peek first, or simply just trying to piece control somebody up, but they know to look above them because you got the floor and cone. Try to be mindful whenever you're taking peeks, and stop just blindly editing on your opponent just to see if you can get a nice clip. And moving into mistake number 6 is not learning how to do quad edits. Quad edits are pretty hard to do, but if you learn how to do them, your mechanics can be so much better and so much faster. If you want to learn how to quad edit or just get faster edits in general, go ahead and click this video that's on screen right here, because there's tons of positive feedback. People are telling me that this video really helped out with their editing speed. And also, I love seeing who the real ones are and who actually watches my full videos. So go into the comments and comment the secret word purple so I can see who watches my full videos and subscribe back to some of you guys. Thanks again for watching to the very end. Go ahead and click this video and I'll see you in there. Much love. Peace.